But for now, what should preoccupy the minds of Kenyans is to send home General Francis Ogola to his final rest. A man who was a staunch Christian, believed in God. And in the sermon that has widely been shared in social media, it gives you a story of a man probably who had a premonition. But you get a sense that the general was always prepared for death. Always prepared for death. Those, by the way, in the convoy there are special forces of the Kenya Defense Forces. The men you see running alongside the hearse are not just your usual men. They are from a special squad in the Kenya Defense Forces. They are special forces within the rank and file of the Kenya Defense Forces. This is them again giving their last honor to a man they called commander. And that is General Francis Ogola, giving their last respects to that man who they called commander, and doing that round with him, albeit in the hearse. And that is a sign of respect and honor to the general. So we continue to await the arrival of the body at his rural home in Moore village of Alego Songa in Siayas County. And that will be the kickoff of the last respects ceremony by the Kenya Defense Forces. They've organized quite a meticulous ceremony that will begin with a procession, as is now, and then there will be the last post tune being hummed by the Kenya Defense Forces officers in that trumpet. And then a 19-gun salute, an interment of a body, the laying of wreath, and that will be the end of a ceremony. The curtains will come down absolutely on the life of General Francis Omondi Ogola, one of Kenya's illustrious sons, a man who has shattered the glass ceiling over time to be where he is. A story we were being told in the morning by Colonel Shava, who was with us this morning. He was telling us about a man who turned up for interviews at the Kenya Air Force officers at Moi Air Base. Turned up there with saddles, probably in slippers. Turned up for that interview. Even the shoes he used in the succeeding days were borrowed from his friends. A man who came from a very humble background, abject poverty, but then has risen through the ranks to lead one of the most respected militaries in the continent of Africa, and that is the Kenya Defense Forces. From that humble background, from this rural village, you see, to leading the Kenya Defense Forces, one of the most respected militaries in the continent of Africa. That is the life of General Francis Omondi Ogola. At the gravesite, the members of the Kenya Defense Forces continue to prepare for the arrival of that body and the interment, and it's a meticulous arrangement, really, of what will transpire there. How long will it take? I doubt it will even take more than 20 minutes, because the military has executes its ceremonies with precision, and that is how it ought to be. And therefore, we continue to await the arrival of the body of General Francis Omondi Ogola at his rural home in Moore village. It's a ceremony not open to members of the public, owing to a limited space and the request of the family that the have that exclusivity and time to bury their loved one. The only probably people from outside the close-knit family that will be there are probably the president, the deputy president, the minister for defense, the prime cabinet secretary, probably a select number of cabinet secretaries, as well as a select number of opposition leaders who will be there. Interestingly, today, the Honorable Raila Odinga has not made it to the burial in Siayas, but he attended the military event yesterday at the Ulinzi Sports Ground in Langata. He paid his tribute, and today his greetings were delivered by his brother, the Honorable Oburu Odinga. And Siayas is the native county of the Honorable Raila Odinga. The body has arrived, I think, yes, at the home of General Ogolas. And that is his native home, and the body has arrived. So I bet you can listen in a bit.